What up, hunty? Welcome back to Way of Yao. My name is Mother Yao and it is a pleasure to see you all. Now, as you know, today is Monday, which means that we will be doing another episode of Mother Mondays. Yes! So in case you didn't know still, every Monday I am giving one of you guys advice on a dilemma, problem that you have in your life. So if any of you guys have any dilemmas, problems or whatever going on in your life and you would like some advice, you would like Mother's take on the situation, make sure to email me and the email will be here. So let's get into this video. So I've decided that whenever I read out any of these emails, I'm just going to use the initials so that I'm not giving the person's name away because that is not cute. And let's get into it. But first, Mother needs to put on her reading glasses. So we have a new pair. Oh girl, we need to wipe those. Now let's get into it. So Kay says, I was in a relationship for a year and a bit. We'd argue a lot, but it was really good when we got on. Whenever he'd get angry, he'd call me names, the most horrible names you could think of. It got to the point where I had very little self-confidence, to the point where I didn't want to make eye contact with anyone. I decided to call off my relationship, and since then the abuse has become worse. I regret breaking it off because I still love him, but at the same time I couldn't handle the mental stress it was putting me under. Have I made the right decision? Question mark. We can take those off now. Give me a moment, let me just gather my thoughts on the whole situation. Now, something that I find quite alarming is that she says that after she called off the relationship, the abuse became worse and he actually started to, you know, act even more negatively towards her. I personally feel as though that is not on. If you've called off the relationship, it means you're no longer in a relationship with this person. That person should not have access to you. That's just my opinion. If that person is already mentally and emotionally being abusive, that person is not needed. You know what I mean? I think that if you know, and you've called off the relationship, there's no reason for that person to still even really be present. Do you know what I mean? You're no longer in a relationship with them. You may be moving on. What if you move on to somebody else? Is there going to be like a problem? Like, what's the issue? And I feel as though the fact that you've gone and you've left the relationship now and the person has become even worse, I think that that is a red flag. Usually if somebody is, you know, feeling bad about something that they've done to somebody, usually when that person is gone, you kind of reflect on it, you think about it and you're like, okay, cool, maybe I messed up here, maybe I could have done this differently, let me try and win them back. But it seems that this person, instead of trying to win you back, has gone in the opposite direction and has decided that they're actually going to be even more destructive, which I think is not on. I think it's not cute, and it really shows that person's, it kind of shows you something about them, like, because the saying goes, you never know how much you loved it until you let it go. Now, he's messed up, you've gone, and he's coming even worse. No, 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 no. 2018, what we in September? 2018, September, when he gotta go, he gotta go. And I feel as though it's probably, as long as you are gonna be safe, I think it's probably best to kind of cut it. Do you know what I mean? I think it might be time to cut it. Maybe you want to speak to him again. I mean, I can see that you are still thinking about it. You're not fully sure. Have you made the right decision? So clearly a part of you is still wanting that relationship, and I think that it's about why you want that relationship back. If you want to go back simply to make things better in terms of him not treating you as badly, that, you know, he's now gonna, because you said it became worse. So if you're only going back with him so that he doesn't abuse you as much, but he's still going to abuse you, then that's not cute. I don't think that that is a good decision to go back into that situation. But if you are going back because there's still qualities about him that you actually are drawn to, things that you still like about him, whatever it may be, and you feel that he can change and he's actually showing you that he's willing to change and he has the ability, the capacity to change, then it's something to consider, you know? I think that this is a very, very tricky one. You know, but being in that situation is going to be quite tricky, but me looking from the outside, I mean, I'm not directly in the situation, but you know, as a mother, I can give my opinions, and I definitely feel as though it looks like a red flag to me. That's just me anyway. If he's being quite abusive towards you, he's saying certain things to make you feel a certain way, and clearly you said that he's saying the worst things you can imagine. He's trying to hit you where it hurts. That's not cute. If you're gonna try to say something negative to somebody, that's one thing, but then specifically picking on certain things that you know is gonna hurt them, not really here for that, you know? I don't think that that's very cute at all. So me personally, I would maybe call it quits unless the person has really shown that they're changing their ways and not actually being more destructive. I hope I have helped you with that question, baby girl, and let me know how it goes. If you want to send me a future email letting me know, hey mother, this is how it went, this is what happened, this is how it concluded, I decided to, you know, take your advice or not, or whatever. I just hope that I have helped you, and I hope you find peace. So that is the second episode of Mother Mondays. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I cannot stress it enough, we need more questions. Make sure to send me your questions, guys, to wayofyow@gmail.com to be featured in the next video. So make sure to send your questions to me via email so that it can be featured in the next video. I would love to answer more of you guys' questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.